Hi everybody, in this video we are going to go over the ACM Student Files Unit 6 String and Loops Methods, O2 Worksheet String and Loops Methods. And we're going to only do exercises 1 and 2. So when you open the file, it's going to look something like this. If you scroll down, you will see the exercises that you need to do. So Exercise 1 and Exercise 2 is what we are going to go over today. They will be in this window, however. So this is Exercise 1. We've got a string S, which is lime gummy bears. There's no spaces in between the letters. I just put them there so I can more easily draw stuff, but just know there are no spaces here. So for int I equals 1, I is less than or equal to s.length minus 1, I plus equals 4, system.out.print s.char at I with a space. So let's take a look at this. So when we look at the positions of the letters, what does it start with? Well, if you go into here, it starts at 0, then 1, 2, 3, and then so on, and it just keeps going. So let me go ahead, color this in really quickly so we can see this. Although to do the problem, you actually don't need to number every single letter. You can just do this with just numbering a few of them. So let's begin. I'm going to put this up here. Oh, before we do that, let's actually take a look at this example over here, which I will move. So hang on. So let's say we have a string named some word. Let's examine this. So first of all, when we do the positions of the letters, we start at 0, and we're going to go to 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But what's its length? Well, that's how many letters there are. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the length is 8. So the index of the last character, because we start counting at the index position of 0 versus length starts counting at 1, the index of the last character is always going to be 1 less than the length. So I'll just remember, it's always going to be length minus 1. The index of the second to last character is going to be 8 minus 2 is 6, so this is just going to be length minus 2. This is just something to keep in mind as you are doing the exercise. So let's take a look at this. Without even counting the whole length, I can actually, I don't even need these numbers. I can still do this problem because I'm going to start at I equals 1, and let's see, it's less than or equal to s.length minus 1. Where is s.length minus 1? Well, length minus 1 is the position of the very last character here. So it says it has to be less than or equal to that. So that is the last possible character we can end on. So just reiterating that the last character is length minus 1. So let's do this. Well, I is 1. So is that less than or equal to length minus 1? Obviously yes, because length minus 1 is way down here. So we'll go ahead and print out that I. Then it says I plus equals 4. So we go forward 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're at the U. So is that less than is that less than length minus 1? Yes, it is. So we'll go ahead and print out that U also. Then we I plus equals 4. Remember, we do the ice cream cone shape. We, start at the checker. I is less than or equal to length minus 1. Then we print out the character. And then we go to the incrementer I plus equals 4. And then after I plus equals 4, we go back to the check to see if it's less than or equal to length minus 1. So we printed it out, we go up 4, and honestly, I don't even need to know these in order to do the problem, because I go up 4, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, like this. Now, is this letter less than length minus 1? Yeah, that position of the letter is, so we print out the B, and then we go ahead and go up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're at the S. Is this position less than or equal to length minus 1? It is, because length minus 1 is the last letter, so we will print out the S, and then we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, and obviously this position here is definitely not less than or equal to length minus 1, so this is false, so our answer is just this. Now I will go on to example 2 in 3, 2, 1. Here's exercise 2. So, string S is Minnesota Vikings. Again, there's no spaces between these. I just put them there so that I could write more easily in between. And string P is nothing. So, let's go ahead and start this. So we'll record what P is, and once again, we'll go ahead and, whoops, let me erase. We will go ahead and label some of the letters. And again, we don't have to label all of them, but we'll start with, again, we start at 0, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's good enough. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. P starts out as nothing, so P is going to become what it used to be, which is nothing, plus S dot substring 2 to 5. Now, this will go from 2 to 5, except it does not include that 5. So remember, it never includes that last letter. So really, it's just going to go from 2 to 4. Does not include 5. So P starts as nothing, and it becomes nothing plus NNE. So that's our answer so far. So we just did this. Next, P becomes what it used to be, so P used to be NNE, N-E, and then we have to add on the substring 8 to length minus 2. Well, without counting, which one is length minus 2? Well, remember, just from the last slide, the index of the last character is length minus 1. The index of the second to last character is length minus 2. So, length minus 2 is the second to last character, which is right here. So that is length minus 2. And we have to go from 8 to length minus 2. So we are going to go from 8 to, now remember, we never include that last parameter, so we go from 8 to just before length minus 2. So we end up adding that string on, which is AVIKIN, except not in capitals, like this. So we add that on to this, and so our final answer is just, I'll just write it out a little bit more neatly, NNE AVIKIN, and that is our answer. Oh, and how do we know that? Well, because we are printing out P, and that's the value of P. So that's our output. That's it for this video. Please go on to the other videos if you want to see exercises 3, 4, or 5, or any of the exercises on this worksheet. Thank you.